Well, good Thursday morning, everybody. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me. My name is Derek Mitchell, and I talk a lot about nutrition, ketogenic eating, low carb for those who aren't familiar with the term. And today is Thursday here in the Niagara region, Ontario, Canada, and it's my day off. So I thought I'd come on here and talk a little bit about coming off cheat day. Now, I've been actually sick for the last 4 or 5 days, since last Friday-ish, and getting over sort of, stuffed up, sore throat. Um, I don't know if it was a complete flu, but basically not feeling great at all. Still going to work, no choice, got to make a dollar. Um, so that's what I've been up to lately. And what I wanted to talk to you about is coming off a cheat. So basically, on Thanksgiving Monday, I was feeling like bad anyway. So I figured, all right, I'm gonna go off my keto eating and just eat whatever I want. So I actually fasted for about half the day, and then about halfway into the day, the company I was at provided lunch submarine sandwiches. So I had one, and then I had another one for dinner because they had extras. And essentially, it was just turkey and cheese and mayonnaise and all that on a bun. It was nice of them to do that, and I said, okay, I made a decision that I was going to cheat. So I cheated that day and then Tuesday as well, all day Tuesday, and then I went back to keto eating yesterday. All the while, feeling sick, but not sick enough to eat because I really like to eat, and unless I'm really dying, I'll still eat. Um, Tried to avoid visiting people that I know because I just didn't want to make other people sick. Although I did have to go to work, I didn't have a choice. Um, as much as I would have liked to take a sick day, I just couldn't. Just can't afford it right now. Okay, so what am I talking about today? So coming off a cheat day. So again, I spent 2 days cheating. This is how I cheated. Now I do it. I do it to when I cheat, I enjoy it. I eat what I want, and I know that a lot of people who eat low carb ketogenically would say, "Oh, that's foolishness." I find that I don't do it often, maybe every couple of months, but when I do it, I enjoy it, and I eat the foods that I normally wouldn't eat when I'm eating the way I normally do. So I call it the 90-10 rule. 90% of the time, I eat ketogenically effectively, and it's very healthy and it keeps my weight down, and it's a good thing. But when I cheat, I enjoyed it. I don't feel bad about it, and I don't regret it. But I do get back to ketogenic eating as soon as I can. Sometimes it's the next day, sometimes it's a couple of days later. There's been occasions where I've done a whole week, like around Christmas and time and that kind of thing, when there's just so much food available. I try not to overdo it. Monday though, I did overdo it a little bit. I had the sub. I had another sub for dinner, and then I had a pizza, and I had burgers from McDonald's as well as ice cream. So I had a lot of fatty, sugary garbage essentially. And honestly, usually when I eat wheat, I don't feel that great, but I didn't feel too bad after that. And the next day, I toned it down some, but I still ate some carbohydrates. And then yesterday morning, I went right back to eating ketogenically. I actually fasted for most of the day yesterday, and I had dinner when I got home last night, which was basically a hamburger stir fry with a little tomato, and I had coconut oil in my coffees and stuff like that. But essentially, came off the cheat day and got back to it as best I could. Now everybody has their own way of doing things. I'm actually enjoy doing intermittent fasting, so that for me works. How did I feel when I ate the junk? I enjoyed eating it. Um, I don't get it to eat the stuff too much. Oh, I had chips too. Some jalapeno chips are really good. Um, but I don't crave them most of the time. But if I don't ever cheat every now and then, I feel like I'm missing out on something. So it's almost somewhat psychological. And to those people who never cheat, congratulations, that works for you. But that does not work for me at this time. And who knows in the future? I might go 6 months, a year without ever cheating. Or I might never cheat again. I doubt it. But how do I feel today? Now, this is day two of being, I'm in the morning. This is day two after my cheats, and feeling all right. Feel a little bloated, inflammation. I can feel it. I can feel that there's an inflammation. I weighed myself this morning just to see sort of where I was. I'm about 7 pounds heavier than prior when I was on keto. Over the next 3 or 4 days, once I get back into ketosis, you're going to find my weight drop back pretty much where it started. Even with all that garbage, it's a lot of water weight, inflammation, and once that water weight disappears, then you go back to your normal weight. When for me, it's about 185 to 187 right now. So um, that's just fine. I mean, it's expected when you do. They call it carb refeeds, but I just call it just cheating. It's cheating. Some people say it's not cheating. Well, it's cheating because it's not adhering to the basic concepts of ketogenic or low carb eating. That's why I call it cheating. Cheating is not a bad word. It just means it's going off of the path on which I normally eat. That's all that means. It's not a negative connotation. It is just what it is. It helps me feel good about the fact that the majority of the time I eat the way healthy, in my opinion, healthy way of eating, keeps my weight controlled, and I don't crave the junk all that often. And when I do, I make a decision to cheat, and then I go and do it, and I enjoy those foods thoroughly, and then I move on. And I hope you can do the same. But if you don't find that you want to cheat for whatever reason, that is just fine. Don't. But also understand yourself. Truly know what's important to you, what kinds of foods mean something to you. Some people look at food like just fuel. I don't look at food like it's, like I have to indulge completely all the time. But I do like a good meal. I like a tasty meal. I don't want to eat cardboard. I don't want to eat something just to eat it like it's gasoline in an engine. That is just not why I do this. I don't want to get overweight again, and absolutely, it's something that this is one of the reasons this way of eating, this lifestyle, this nutritional lifestyle works for me, because I also believe it's healthy and it helps you reduce inflammation, therefore reducing the impact on your heart. It doesn't have to pump as much, and there's a lot of very, very positive health benefits to eating ketogenically. So I'm absolutely a fan of it. I promote it. I talk about it. As you can see, I'm very enthusiastic. This morning, I feel absolutely pretty good. I still got a sore throat and stuffed up, but I'm getting slowly over this. Once my time off, months of my days off are done, I hope to be healthy enough to, not to be sick anymore. It takes a good week to get over this kind of thing, and I don't get sick often. And I think that's a lot to do with the ketogenic way of eating. But I think I picked up some virus or a bug from someone that I was interacting with when we work. Where I work, there's a lot of people, and you never know who you're going to come into contact with. Plus, when you're out and about, you're going shopping, this, that, or the other. You never know who you're going to get near and what kind of illness they have. I was out and doing things during my illness too. So. I don't promote it. If you can stay in, if you can take sick time, if you get paid for it, I suggest, if you're truly sick, that you take that time if you have it available to you. I just don't happen to at this point in time. So what am I going to do now going forward? Well, I'm going to focus on eating a significant amount of fat in my diet, trying to focus on that 80% level of fat. Coconut oil in my coffees if you drink coffee. If you don't like caffeine, then you can drink decaf coffee if you like coffee. I also drink tea. Hot tea soothes the throat, and it's good for being able to breathe better as well. And when I do eat again, I haven't eaten today yet, but when I do have a meal today, it'll have high fat foods in it, such as bacon. I still have some of that hamburger mix that I did yesterday. I'll probably reheat that and put some butter in it. Some grass fed butter is always good to, boost up the amount of fats that you have. So getting back into ketosis, I'm just emphasizing as much fat as I can in the diet with, nutritional meats and some cheeses as well. So I had cream with my coffee as well this morning. I recommend the higher fat cream, but I actually had half and half. I don't have any high fat in the house this morning, so I'm adapting to whatever the circumstances are. I try to keep my house, try to keep groceries that are appropriate to this way of eating. So what it comes down to is being, understanding what's important to you. If weight loss is a goal, then focus on that and understand that it's not going to be immediate. It's going to take some time of just eating this way. I'll also say to you too, if you don't really enjoy eating meats and cheeses and eggs and that kind of thing on a regular basis, then probably this way of eating may not be the one for you. There's just some people who just don't like it. So if you don't like it, it's never going to be successful. Um, but if you find that that kind of food, bacon, eggs, steak, hamburger, pork chops, all this yummy stuff, and if you can handle dairy, cheeses, and some heavy creams, then I would suggest this is the way to go. I mean, it's very healthy. The healthy fats are the ones you want to think about getting, like coconut oil, olive oil to not too much because it's not as good as coconut oil. The lauric acid in the coconut oil makes it an excellent fat. It's a medium chain triglyceride, and it's very, very good for your body. Health wise, as well as, of course, helping you increase your metabolism and your fat amount of fats that you're consuming in a day. So I'm just I want to talk. I just wanted to give you a little talk about like my latest cheat. I mean, I've cheated before. I probably will again. Um, I'm just gonna try to get over this illness and get a little better and get back to work, healthier, happier. And the weather is getting colder, although it's not like cold yet. It's getting towards it. We're in the mid-October-ish time frame. So what I think I'm going to do is try to do a few more of these. And if you do have any questions or concerns or anything you want to talk about or chat with, please feel free to email me at niagaraedge@gmail.com or comment at the bottom of this video. Please like this video if you do like what I have to say. If you think I talk too much, let me know that too. And if there's any topic that you'd like addressed, because there's so many topics involved with this way of eating, this way of life, then please feel free to ask, and I'll comment on it in future videos. So I'm gonna actually go for another coffee. I've got my cup right here. There's a little bit left in it, and I'm gonna try to relax. And I'm probably gonna mow my lawn later. Just get bundled up. It's what about going to be about 55, 60 degrees Fahrenheit today, or 10 to 15 Celsius. I think it's going to be 15 Celsius. Right now it's 13, which is about 55, I think, something like that. But with the sunshine, it should be a nice day, and I understand some rain's coming later, so I want to get out there and get it done before it gets wet. This might be the last lawn mowing of the year. We'll see before the snow starts falling in November, December. So anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful Thursday, and if you enjoyed, I hope you enjoyed your Canadian Thanksgiving last Monday, and have a great weekend if I don't have another video in the interim. So we'll talk to you very soon. Take care. Bye.